everybody, it's your girl Gabrielle, aka Gabby, and welcome to a different type of Gab with Purpose. I have decided that I want to do what I will be calling Sippin in the Shade. And basically all that is I'm going to be talking about all of the things going on in the publishing, book realm, all of that, just so y'all can hear my thoughts, my feelings, especially being a Black woman. Honey, the stuff that has been going on this month, with it being Black History Month, I mean, this will be a bi-weekly segment. Usually I'll try to put them out either Saturdays or Sundays, but whatever is going on in the book community, in the publishing community, in the writers community, if I feel like I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. So I hope y'all enjoy it. And let's get into some foolishness that just happened yesterday. Because we can't do right in the month of February, especially when it comes to Black people, especially when it comes to Black women. So let's hop right into it. Oh, and while I'm doing this, I decided since tonight I'm actually going to celebrate a friend's birthday in their home. We are all negative before y'all get in my business. I'm going to go ahead and put my makeup on, do something to my hair. And so hopefully, y'all get to see me look like something by the end. So I won't be looking at y'all too much, but y'all finna catch this work. And I'll have different tweets and things like that from where I found this information out. I'll be sure to link all of the information below. So let's get ready to go, y'all. So the other day, I was scrolling through Twitter and I came across a tweet. Now the tweet was actually an aftermath tweet. So let me just give you what the tweet said, and then we'll dive into all of what was going on that prompted the tweet. Okay, let's get into that. And this tweet was by a person named Captain Steph. And it says, "Pretty damn wild of PW, which is Publishers Weekly, daily to frame Angie firing her agent in a way that suggests she owes him something. Best-selling author Angie Thomas has fired Brooke Sherman," this is in quotations, "the literary agent who discovered her, plucking best-selling YA author Angie Thomas from obscurity." So when I saw that, I was like, what in the hell is going on? What are y'all doing? So, I had to dive deep. So I went and searched for a couple different more people that I follow just to see what they were saying. I went to Angie Thomas's Twitter. I went there and I kind of went everywhere. I was like, I need to know what the hell is going on because y'all are cutting up in Black History Month. We can't do this. No, we not. So it seems I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the history, what's going on. So what's really going on and what this article was actually referring to. Let's hop into that. So Brooke Sherman, who is a literary agent, he was let go from Janklow and Nesbitt Associates, right? And come to find out, I kind of went down the rabbit hole of what all he's been accused of and all of that craziness. But that's not the point. I don't want to talk about him. He did dirty. People had been exposing him. Most recently, a lot of his clients were dropping him. And most notably of those clients was Angie Thomas. And finally, the company parted ways with him. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. Someone even mentioned a tweet. It was by, I want to say it's Bibliogato. Says, "Literary agent abandons clients, leaves industry after being fired for failing to meet basic professional standards." And then an arrow saying what actually happened. So, I'm happy to link some different pieces of information about what exactly Brooke Sherman did and all of that. But again, we're not worried about him. He's not the focus. As a matter of fact, he's a byproduct of what's going on. So, Publishers Weekly, initially, now they've since changed the article, at least the parts that people were like, the hell wrong with you? The article was originally titled, "A Hard Week for a Big Agent." I decided, I was like, okay, a hard week for a big agent. And originally within the article, it was said, hold on, I gotta get my computer, y'all know I'm blind. The article stated literary agent Brooke Sherman, who became a major player in the children's publishing world after plucking best-selling YA author Angie Thomas from obscurity on social media, is no longer affiliated with Janklow and Nesbitt Associates, where he has worked since 2017. He also recently has been dropped by a number of his clients, including Thomas, the author of The Hate U Give, a huge bestseller which has been added to school curricula around the country and was made into a film that grossed $35 million at the box office. Okay. All right. Okay. So if you're like me, there were a few words in there that I was like, no, these motherflutchers didn't. And come to find out that the woman who wrote this, Claire, whatever her name is, I'll make sure I put it somewhere like right there. Claire, whatever her name is, has a history of being very problematic, out for lack of a better word at this moment in time, because my brain is everywhere. When it comes to Black female authors. So I'm trying to figure out why this woman is still writing for Publishers Weekly. That's the first thing. But then again, I answered my own question. And you can draw your own conclusions on the conclusions I drew. But anyway, so to first say he's not obviously a good agent, and Angie Thomas, being the brilliant woman that she is, decided to go elsewhere. I'm trying to figure out how he is getting credit for her expertise in artistry. Then I answered my own question, and I was like, I know how he's getting credit for her artistry, because she's a Black woman. He's a white man. That's it. That's the reason. The reality is that oftentimes Black women are only as important as the white people connected to them. Yes, I said that. We often get told, oh, well, your association with such and such is what brought you to this, I don't know, I'll say maybe sense of importance or celebrity or whatever. But the reality is that Black women are dope. Black people, period. But Black women who are artists, whether you're writing, whether you're singing, whether you're dancing, are dope in their own right. And one thing that is extremely frustrating, especially as a Black woman myself, stepping into this publishing world, is how often Black women get discounted for their artistry, how often they get overlooked, or they are only allowed to be wonderful and be great because of the white people connected to them. Yes, I am saying all of that. So, of course, after Publishers Weekly put that bullshit up, of course, they backtracked super fast because Twitter went up in an uproar. Like, Twitter sent it up. They wanted all of the smoke, and they was out there fanning the flames, righteously so. Okay? I came back to the person called Captain Steph on Twitter, and they stated that Publishers Weekly had actually rewrote the article itself. And Captain Steph said, oh, hey, they rewrote the article and added an apology, but only admit to being insensitive because, God forbid, anyone just say, I was racist and I am sorry. Look. I don't think I've ever heard a white person say, I was racist and I'm sorry. It's always, oh, I was insensitive. Oh, I wasn't thinking. It was an accident. It was completely inappropriate. I mean, all of these things can very well be true. But I have to agree with Captain Steph. When are we just going to own up and say, I was trash as hell because I was racist in my statement? And I'm acknowledging that that was a horrible, terrible thing to do. And to just, go ahead and be a rebel. How about, I won't do it again. But then that means you actually have to be intentional. But what does this have to do with publishing and book news? Well, it has everything to do with it. Because how often do you see women of color, period? But again, I'm speaking mainly on Black women because I am one and I don't know how to be any other kind of woman other than a Black woman. How many times do you see them be counted only because of the people connected to them? I refer to another tweet, Ayana Gray, who says, after the disbelief and righteous anger comes the insurmountable grief of knowing that no matter how high we climb, there will always be a narrative suggesting we owe our roses to someone else's charity instead of our own merit. And the tweet below that, which is from Karen Musings, says, it's hard in times like this, but always remember it's their narrative. It's what helps them sleep at night. You know the truth. Walk tall, sis. And I can say, you know what, the only thing that keeps women, Black women, going is being uplifted and encouraged in moments like these. So I hope that people will always continue to speak out, that they will call people on the carpet. So, if you don't know me, know that I'm always with the smoke. All day, every day. You have to understand how this can be difficult, right? This can be very difficult for women, for people of color to have it insinuated that your talent, your expertise is only due to someone else. I mean, literally, he did not discover her. She was out there pitching to different agents and he said, sure, why not? Like, it's not, I mean, I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened, but I mean, generally, from my experience with agents and things like that, that is how it goes. You have a project, you pitch to different agents, and either they want you or they don't, right? It's not like, oh, I'm sitting there minding my business and here comes this person discovering me out of the blue. No, no. All in all, though, I'm very grateful that Twitter as a community doesn't play. Like, of course, you're always going to have those people who are like, oh, you all are being so sensitive. And it's like, I didn't realize that not accepting prejudice and racist practices made me sensitive. It sounds more like you just want to be able to keep saying and doing whatever you want and getting mad when people call you out. At least that's what it sounds like to me. How does it sound like to y'all? You can let me know in the comments what y'all think. Because I can tell you, to me, it sounds like people just want to be able to cut up. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Being able to cut up. I mean, why not? If I had the ability to say whatever I wanted and not have to be held accountable, I'd be kind of pissed off that I no longer had that ability. I mean, definitely is a humbling thing. Nobody likes to be humbled. And I can tell you also, Black History Month has been a mother fludger this year. I mean, y'all, apparently, I'm new to the book community. I'm new to the publishing community. But I've been Black all my life. So, I mean, while I may not know the ins and outs of every single thing of publishing, I'm pretty much aware of what it means to be Black in America. So, while it should be surprising that y'all cut up like this in the publishing community, it's really not. I mean, it just really ain't. I'm sorry. One of the things that surprises me is that people continuously cut up like this, though, in these positions of power, and they still have them. I'm just saying, if I was to cut up like this at my job, I wouldn't have a job no more. I just wouldn't. I would not have a job no more. If I acted this way at my job, them people would look at me and be like, you know what? But that's because, again, my Black ass doesn't have the same rights and stuff as other people. So, but I'm not surprised that Miss Claire still has her job and is still writing about Black women when she's been known, apparently, to be foolish when it comes to writing about Black women. Like, ma'am, that don't make no sense. Don't make no sense at all. You know, I don't think I've ever actually used this all over my face. On to other news. And most days I will only have one story to talk about because I really don't want to be a gossipy type of person. It's not really gossip, but I just want to bring to light issues that I'm just like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Sometimes I'm surprised by the audacity of some people, but other times I'm really not. I'm really not surprised at the audacity of some people, because when people haven't had to be responsible for said audacity, how would they know that that's foolishness? How would they know? Because anybody can feel justified if somebody agreed with them. Anybody. But just know that shit's foolish. Well, as you can see, it takes me a little longer, but I never want to be holding y'all for too long. I'll go ahead and, speed up the video so if y'all really want to see the finished product, because, makeup is life. And don't ever let nobody tell you it ain't. If you want to wear it, cool. If you don't, cool. Don't wear it. But as for me and my face, we gonna be beat as often as we can. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this segment, please leave a comment below, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I would love to know feedback if you guys liked just hearing me talk about just things going on. I want to make sure that I'm providing content that you guys enjoy. So please let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like. If you have any anything that you would like me to talk about or cover in my Sippin' in the Shade segments, please definitely send me a DM. All of my social media is linked below. It's all Gab with purpose. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, hit me up. Let me know what's going on. If you find something out that you're like, come tell somebody, come look at this. Like, I would love to know. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for, just starting this journey with me. I'm really grateful to be able to do this. So that's all I have for today. Catch me next time on the next Sippin' in the Shade segment, honey, because I'm sure there is going to be some foolishness that I'm going to need to sip my tea on and see what's going on. Once again, it's your girl, Gabby. Make sure you choose love, be kind. Peace.